Learning to effectively lead yourself and others all comes down to discipline. Focus and self-control lead to contentment, happiness, and success. According to studies, disciplined individuals are happier. Why? Because when someone exercises discipline, he actually achieves more of the goals that are most important to him. The link between set goals and goals achieved is self-discipline. In this video, we will look at how to develop unyielding discipline and gain control over your life. Join us as we take you step by step through the process of acquiring the discipline that you require to overcome any obstacle. You will discover how to train your mind, get over challenges, and maintain motivation on your path to greatness with useful advice, tried and true methods, and examples from everyday life. So, let us get going and establish the discipline you need to lead the life you have always wanted. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Life of Luxury. Savor the flavor of exploring wealth, where we post videos about life and luxury. Join us on an exciting video as we explore the wonderful lives of the elite. We are absolutely thrilled to share our knowledge with you. If you are new here, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that we can continue to post videos on this channel. And don't forget to leave a comment and we'll make sure to engage and start some interesting discussions with you. If you take a close look at exceptionally disciplined people, whether they are in the military, business owners, or elite sports, you will discover that they all share the same trait. And it is one of their qualities, discipline. Actually, having discipline is a necessity rather than merely a nice to have. You do not negotiate the terms, the circumstance does. And this marks the start of developing discipline. You have to understand that discipline is developed inside a certain context. It does not appear to individuals in an instant. Discipline is not something you decide to do when you wake up one morning and say, "Okay, today I am going to be disciplined." You need a compelling cause, and on top of that, you need to model a setting where discipline is required in order to do anything. For you to fully understand, let us assume that you are still a university student. The only way to finish a ton of assignments and homework is to plan your schedule and finish everything before any deadlines. It cannot be passed or avoided by going underneath it. So you are not permitted to negotiate with anyone or modify the conditions controlling the due dates for your tasks. You obtain what you attain. The fact that someone has provided you with a structure to follow, and your sole responsibility is to actually adhere to it, makes it somewhat simpler to maintain discipline. Nothing further needs to be done. However, there is no context or framework for that in the real world. So, you must create the context on your own. For instance, if your wedding is 6 months away, you have two choices for what to dress. Either wear what you now own, or get something slimmer. If you choose the second option, you create a situation where you will be reprimanded for the period that follows. This is only one example, but this way of thinking can be applied to just about anything in life. You can choose to place yourself in a situation where discipline is necessary. And yes, it is up to you. In our case at Life of Luxury, we chose to create a video and publish it 3 times a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. This environment compels us to maintain a particular level of discipline at all times. Although the same logic can be used on a micro scale, discipline also functions on a macro scale. And the only way to accomplish it is through deadlines and limited time slots. You see, the more time you have to complete a task, the longer it will take you to complete it. It is like an unwritten life rule that will always hold true. People today enjoy putting things off. When the deadline is drawing near, they quickly get to work and finish all of their tasks. And I hope that is not how we are. Keep in mind that you should leave yourself little time and do your assignment in advance if you want to replicate a situation that calls for discipline. If you have discipline, you can do any task quickly. So let us use meetings as another example. One meeting can last 3 hours in a single day. But if you schedule 6 meetings in 3 hours, you will quickly realize that 30 minutes is more than enough time to decide something quickly. And if it requires longer time, someone is unprepared and wasting everyone's time. So here's the context for starters. The next important thing you need to get if you want to force your way into being disciplined is high-value stakes. Let's say a friend calls and asks you to get coffee tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So you might agree to it, or you might not. But let us say the last flight back home departs at that time. If you do not board that flight, you risk spending Christmas stranded and far from your loved ones. You see, when you factor in big stakes, you include the psychological aspect and make it personal. Because you do not want to mess it up, it becomes very important to you. Your context is a result of this. If you want to discipline yourself, you must have a reason to do so. Again, it all depends on the situation. But it is crucial not to be ambiguous about it. If you do not give yourself a compelling enough reason to continue, you will definitely give up in the middle. Before we go any further, don't forget to hit the like button and leave a comment below telling us what video references you'd like to see in future videos. Now, let's get back to the video. In addition to all of this, there is one more thing, something that is the most crucial step, but that nobody really tells about. That is, the appropriate amount of effort. To gain a better understanding of this, let us examine your mind's actual functioning. Your brain only has one primary purpose, which is to ensure your survival. Now, despite the fact that keeping you alive is its primary function, it sometimes sends you the wrong signals. For instance, your mind frequently exaggerates the amount of work necessary to complete a task. Procrastination is essentially when you put off doing something because your mind overestimates the effort required to do something, and it sends signals to the body to make you feel tired. Now, this is why you occasionally feel exhausted even when you are not doing anything. Now, why are we telling you this, and why is it so crucial that you know? Because self-control is the ability to act on what your brain tells you is the right decision, despite the resistance from your body. The most typical error people make when trying to be disciplined is to overschedule and overcommit. Basically, you need something challenging enough to exercise your discipline, but not too hard to prevent your mind from telling your body to cease delivering signals. The more often you do this, the simpler it will get. The more effort you put forth, the less difficult it will seem to your mind. Now, this is how you develop discipline over time. This explains why when you see someone who is incredibly disciplined, your initial response is, "I could never do that." However, they have actually been doing it for a long time. They were in the right situation for the right reason. And now, it takes less effort since that is just how things are. Remember that being disciplined is not about earning great success or being well known. Discipline is about freedom. Money management discipline is necessary if you seek financial freedom. Being diligent with your time management is necessary if you seek time freedom. Being disciplined with your priorities is necessary if you want to live a free life. Discipline is not a strategy to push oneself to the point of exhaustion while getting little or no sleep. It gives you a means to accomplish the necessary tasks and yet have time for the pleasurable activities. Numerous advantages come with increasing self-control, which means that it lessens worry, improves your chances of achieving long-term goals, makes you more resilient, and makes you happier. If you adhere to these 3 principles, context, reason, and the proper amount of effort, you can develop discipline. If you execute this correctly, in the future you will be a totally different person. That's it for now. If you enjoyed the video and found it useful, remember to subscribe to The Life of Luxury for more videos to help you explore the wonderful lives of the elite. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you won't miss out on any of our uploads. See you in our next video!